Boom, 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 boom. Chickadee chanker, lads and lasses. Welcome in to the evening show. It is Saturday night, and we are here to discuss the latest Manchester United goings on. Hello to you all. Thank you for getting in here for tonight's show, guys. A little bit later than usual. We are starting at 22:22. Get in there, my son. We love a symmetrical time around here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for waiting patiently for us to get going. What legends have we got in here? Batman Night Fan, hello to you. Stay Gold. Slurp King, what's going on? Matthew Smith, oh yes. We got Sanjay Ramatar getting in here raw. Hello, how you doing, lad? Mr. Aaron, getting the old link to the Twitter in there. Give us a cheeky retweet. It's pinned to the top of the live chat there. Thank you, Aaron. Go give us a retweet. We'll shout you out later. Adrian Feeney, Dublin Games. Rajat, Palmarius, Andrew Goncast, what's happening, my son? Oh, yes. Clint Torres, welcome in. Get in there, Jason Chapman and Jojo. Good to see you, mate. How you doing? Thank you for joining us, everybody. We've got plenty of legends in here tonight. Slurp King as well. Mark Doddard there. The Hoop Man. Kieran Mallion. Tafisa and Batter. Given Theory. Tommy Boyle getting in raw. Larry. Jonty. John Boy. Larry. Arcadian. Stephen. And everybody else as well. Thank you very much for joining us for the stream. Get in there, you beauties. So, yes, do us a favour at the start of this stream. Smash the like button on it if you haven't done so. Give us a massive thumbs up. That would be awesome. Also, share us around wherever you want. That would also be awesome and help us get a few more legends in here. So give us a cheeky like and give us a cheeky little share. Oh, yes. Right, let's discuss the latest goings on then at Manchester United. Obviously, it's been a bit of a slow news day for United. But we'll cover what we've got, and we're going to have a big Q&A ahead of the season tonight as well. We've got a preview for the Wolves game coming tomorrow, and we'll cover all the latest news tomorrow, of course. And I am actually going to do a watch-along for the Chelsea versus Liverpool game tomorrow as well. I know, a little bit filth. Some people might not be liking that too much. Some people don't like that on a United channel, the fact we'll be doing a Chelsea-Liverpool watch-along, but smash a 1 in the chat if you're up for that. Let us know. Smash a 1 in the chat if you're bang up for us doing a Chelsea versus Liverpool watch-along and you're going to get involved. Smash a different number in the chat if you think that that's disgusting and go and eat out of a bin or something. I don't know. Let us know. But smash a 1 if you're up for that. I am going to be doing a cheeky little watch along. I've already set it up, so, you know, to be honest, I don't really care what you say, but you know what I mean. We do cover the big games. We'll cover some of the big games on here, even for rivals, obviously. That's what we do. So, you know, we'll jump on here and discuss what's going on during the game. It'd be interesting to scout our rivals, won't it, and see how these wankers are doing. Beats Guy, what's going on? Am I excited for the match, mate? All 6 of my nipples are tingling, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm really excited for this match, mate. Come on. Piggy's loving it, lad. Cannot wait to see what goes on for the game on Monday night, of course. Absolutely. We're going to smash up those Wolverhampton blunder and melts. No dramas, no dramas. But hey, good to see you, Beats Guy and Langy86. What's going on? Lots of ones coming in the live chat. Okay, great stuff. I love it. Thanks, everyone. Look, you know, we'll see how we get on. 1, 2, testing. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, buckle some more. Sorry about that, guys. Hello, watching from Thailand. Welcome in, Greens for dinner. Get in there, you beauties. Right then, let's get stuck into the United vibes. Latest information that we've got going is Manchester United are working on German Super League runner-up Benjamin Pavard. This summer, obviously, we're working on him at this moment. So we've had contacts with Bayern München in regards to the possibility of bringing him in. I didn't watch Kane's debut, you know. Sorry, no, I didn't watch Kane's debut. I didn't watch the game, but I did hear that they got drubbed up 3-0. And Harry Kane has to wait a little bit longer to get his first piece of silverware. Let's get some laughing face emojis in there for Harry Kane. Absolute melter. Goodness me, drubbed up 3-0, whatnot. Lost the game to RB Leipzig, got absolutely mashed in. Still no silverware for poor Harry, is there? Goodness me. You know what they say, though? Once a mediocre melter, always a mediocre melter. Yeah, Malp says you're sure Kane is cursed. It looks like it. I've heard Pavard was shite tonight. I didn't watch the game. Slurp King says Pavard was awful. I've heard he was pretty awful tonight, guys. Yes. Didn't watch the game myself, but hey, respect. If he was awful, I can understand it. I mean, it's not great, is it? It doesn't bode well, but it is only one game. Still think if you're talking about what we're looking for versatility-wise, and he is coming in as a backup option at the right price because he's got a year left on his deal. But, we want quality players. Maybe Todibo, as we mentioned earlier, would be a great option because he's got a higher ceiling, maybe. He's only 23. The developmental years are still taking place, really, for Jean-Clair Todibo. Get him under Ten Hag and develop him, and might turn into one of the world's best. That's the idea with Todibo. But I'm not going to just write off the Pavard move because he's had one dodgy game in the German Super Cup. Let's face it. I mean, it's one game. Everybody's entitled to a bad game of football. Statistically speaking, as we've mentioned, he does look rather good in terms of sort of the type of player that he is. But obviously, that doesn't bode well if he's having a stinker of a game. Taco LaBelle, thank you very much for getting in here raw, sir, with your highlighted member comment. I appreciate that, dudes. Can we get some mad love in the live chat there for Taco LaBelle, who's been a member for 6 months? Come on, 6 months, a legend of the channel. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, mate. He says Todibo 100%. Well, this is what it's going to come down to, isn't it? It looks like it's these two players that are lined up. Yeah, we've heard there's maybe one or two other options for Ten Hag in this window, but mostly it's between those two, perhaps Tapsoba as an absolute backup. But right now it does look like it will be between Benjamin Pavard and Jean-Clair Todibo as the new replacement for Slavo Maguire. So let's ask the live chat then. If you could take one of those players on at this moment in time, who's it going to be? Is it going to be a cheeky little bit of Todibo action? Or will it be Benjamin Pavard? So obviously earlier on we asked, and a lot of the live chat was saying Pavard's the one. But he's had a bit of a shite game tonight in the German Super Cup. And so maybe people will now be saying Todibo. Let's see what the live chat's saying. Pavard's slow, we cannot brave, says Slurp King. Todibo says Malps. Well, he can't be as slow as Harry Maguire. Pavard still, says Rajat. Todibo. Look at that, Todibo's coming through. Thank you, the Vutinator, for giving us the likes count, mate. Nice, good stuff. We got 52 likes on the stream, everyone. Keep smashing those likes on the video. It's free to like the vid. It helps this channel out and boosts us up in the algorithm. So drop a cheeky little thumbs up at the start of this one if you haven't done. We got 168 legends watching and only 52 likes. You what? Couple of Harry Maguires in the live chat, it seems, underperforming there. Smash the thumbs up if you're just joining us. Get involved raw and leave a little like, it makes sense. Pavard, says Manish. Pavard, says Cabella. Todibo, says Duncan. Todibo before today, says United We Stand. That's great stuff. Yeah, I mean, one game shouldn't change your opinion. Pavard, who'll be locked in part of the squad. I mean, what we have to say is that obviously whoever comes in is going to be not the first choice you would expect. Maybe they can compete for a starting place in the squad, but essentially they're coming in to give us a bit of depth and rotationary duties, somebody to come in and cover and competition for places and all that sort of stuff and a bit of depth. So it's not really like it matters that much, in all fairness. This is a backup defender, really. They're probably not going to get into the first team. But, yeah, I agree with you, actually, Beat Sky. It's whoever Ten Hag wants. If Ten Hag decides that he'd like to go for Jean-Clair Todibo, I'm backing Ten Hag. If he wants a bit of cheeky Benjamin Pavard action, I'm backing Ten Hag. It's all about who Ten Hag wants in this summer window. It's not about what I want or what you want, really. As I said, if it was down to me, we wouldn't have touched Mason Mount with a 10-foot barge pole. But we have signed him for 60 mil, and that's down to Erik ten Hag, and that's who he wanted in the side for his particular style and system of play, and who he sees fit to bring in to help Manchester United. So you've got to support Erik ten Hag in what he's trying to do, obviously, in this particular transfer window. So either or, really, I'm not too bothered about it, but just to give you the latest lowdown on sort of what's going on there. So we know that Manchester United have made contact with Bayern München today for Benjamin Pavard. Here's the sort of update from Fabrizio Romano. I'll just pop it up in the bottom right-hand corner, which says that Manchester United have contacted Bayern for Benjamin Pavard deal. There's no green light from Bayern yet, though, but Pavard's intention is clear. He wants to leave and try a new chapter. Pavard won't sign a new deal, I should say, at Bayern, and the current one expires next summer. So obviously they're looking to cash in now because he's a want-away player. He's seemingly unhappy at Bayern. He wants to get a new deal somewhere else, maybe new competition, new challenge for the guy. He's done his time at Bayern, and by all accounts, he doesn't really want to sign a new contract there. He's got a deal running out in a year's time, which means that Bayern are probably looking to sell him right now so that they can generate some decent cash for him. And looks like he won't sign a new deal there. So Man United in the driving seat for the potential signing of Benjamin Pavard at the moment. We've made the contact with Bayern. He doesn't want to re-sign a new deal there over at Bayern, and he's seemingly interested in the project that represents itself at United under Erik ten Hag, where he can get Champions League football, Premier League football. It's a new new culture. It's a new challenge for the guy. And that's what's going on with him. So he's all on board the Ten Hag Express by the sounds of it. And I think Man United can get a deal done for him, probably somewhere in the region of £25 million. Let's ask the chat, how much do you think he'll cost us? But yeah, 25 million. He's got a year left on his deal. It's thought that it won't be a penny more than 30 million euros. So 25 million pounds, somewhere around about there. Makes a lot of sense to bring this guy in. And actually, it is a good piece of business for United for a 27-year-old who's an international who can play in multiple positions in the side as well. So we'd basically be getting rid of an absolute log in Slabby Maguire and replacing him with Benjamin Pavard, who's more versatile and gives us more options, and is hopefully going to be better as well. I mean, obviously, it remains to be seen. Some players come into the side and it's not always the most success that they get. It's going to take time to tell, but the idea is we're trying to improve the side here. We're trying to upgrade. We're trying to get rid of Slabby Maguire, who's like an old Nokia 5510, and we're trying to get like, I don't know, one of those Motorola V3 Razr flip phones or something. You know what I mean? We're trying to upgrade. We're trying to get a sleek design. That's the idea. We're trying to do some upgrades. And right now, we're not really looking too good with Slabby Maguire on the side, but he's going. He will be going to West Ham very soon, and that is expected to be wrapped up sometime over this weekend. But obviously, it's Saturday night now. We haven't heard any more in terms of whether or not Harry Maguire to West Ham is much closer. But the understanding is it's being worked on, obviously, and it's getting closer. No news on a medical or things like that just as of yet. There was a few things to just sort of work out, i.e. structure of certain wage conditions and things like Manchester United having to pay a certain amount of money to Harry Maguire to get this guy to piss off, basically, because we had to absorb some of the money that West Ham or that we're paying Harry Maguire, obviously, into the West Ham deal, essentially. He's on £200,000+ a week. West Ham don't want to pay that, so we have to give him a golden handshake to get rid of this absolute golden goose of a melter. But hey, look, once he's gone, that's where we're going to go and get some business done. It was understood that we would probably be liking to line somebody up first before we put the green light on for Harry Maguire's sale. So that's what's going on. We're just waiting to maybe get somebody lined up, and it seems like that's now happening with the contact made with Bayern Munich for Benjamin Pavard. And also there's talk done in the background for Jean-Clair Todibo as well. So Jean-Clair Todibo very much wanted by Ten Hag as well. Still an outside chance we could get both of these two players just to give us that ultimate depth and quality that we're looking for at the back. Also ridiculously unlikely that we would sign two defenders in this window. It's probably going to be either or. But just to give you the latest on that, we are understandably interested in Todibo as well. Ten Hag's had phone conversations with this guy, as reported in various places, and Todibo's interested in the Manchester United project, and he would like to play for Ten Hag, and he'd like to play for United. He has a big ceiling. He could certainly go on and develop into a great player. 23 years of age, playing in the French Farmers League. You know, he's obviously a very, very quality player. He looks like the business. He's a great ball carrier, looks very adept on the ball, tall, strong, quick. You know, he looks like the business, to be fair, but he is playing in the French Farmers League. So you've got to just say that is not the most impressive of career developmental paths at this moment in time, playing in the Donkey League. So there you go. It's pretty much a donkey sanctuary over there, isn't it, these days? But anyway, so that's what's happening. We'll try and get some more information hopefully soon over this next 48-hour period in regards to Maguire to West Ham. It's being worked on in the background. Manchester United want to get him gone so we can use that money in order to go and purchase a new defender for Ten Hag. Ten Hag is known to want either Todibo or Pavard. We've made contact with Bayern for Pavard. So it's a matter of time. Get rid of Harry Maguire, bring in one of those guys, improve the defensive depth at the back for United. Get in there, my son, slowly but surely. I love it when a plan comes together. Slowly but surely, things are coming together for United at the back here, and Ten Hag is acquiring the players that he wants to play his style, and he's been quite ruthless in getting rid of some of the absolute melters. So that's great news, folks. Great news, and obviously we're working on the midfield too. So we'll just get into the live chat, hear what you guys are saying for a couple of minutes about the defensive sort of conundrum at this moment in time. The Maguire stuff, the Todibo, Pavard stuff. Obviously, we're working on the defence here over this weekend. So we'll get into the live chat for a couple of minutes, see what you legends are saying about that. Then we'll move on to the next order of the day, talk about the midfield, talk about some of the other bits of news. Let's see what you legends are saying. Luke and Lindelof can maybe cover. Raja, yeah, well, Lindelof's going to end up being a rotationary backup melter, isn't he? Absolutely. That's fair to say. It's not like he's going to get into the first team with Varane and Martinez as the first choice guys. Then we've got this new signing coming in who'll probably push Lindelof down the pecking order a little bit. So yeah, Lindelof's just a backup rotationary player. But you need players like that with all the different competitions Man United are going to be in this season. You need players to be a decent backup, and that's what he is. And he will still play quite a lot of games. Taco says Pavard's playing on the only sort of relevant team in Germany. Of course he will look decent, says Taco. That's a fair point. Definitely a fair point, or they got drubbed up today, didn't they? But that is a fair point, you know. Okay, they're going to be dominating. He's playing a defensive role within a team that's going to dominate most of the sides they come up against in Germany. So it's a fair point. It's not the hardest role out there. It's more about to see how he does when he gets into a proper league like the Premier League. So that is a fair point, my son. AML says, Jonathan Gannon, we won't compete for the league. We won't score enough goals. I am worried about that, AML. Yeah, I don't think we can really think about challenging properly for the title this year because we don't have the goals in the side. We have got Rasmus Højlund coming back into it, but he scored 9 last year. I'm hoping he could score a lot more for us this season, but every chance that we will still be some way off in the goal scoring department. I think you're absolutely spot on there. Yeah, Maguire's definitely gone, Thomas Cumberton. It looks like it, bro. Obviously West Ham got him lined up. They are pretty desperate to bring him in. Don't know why. David Moyes needs his head testing, to be fair, but decent signing for them as we've gone over. He's not a bad sort of option for them. But for Manchester United, absolutely guff. Problem there is just the money. So they're still trying to work out things like the amount of money that we have to pay this guy, obviously, to go. But it's expected it will be worked out maybe tomorrow, sometime over the weekend. We don't want this to rage on for days and days. We want to get this business done soon so we can start to bring in more players before the season actually gets going, or certainly as the season's getting going. You don't want to be doing things on the deadline day, really. That's true, Andy Young. Anybody who's decent looks world-class in the French league. That's so true, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in terms of coming to the Premier League and the step up from the French league, it is difficult, isn't it? It's such a hard league, the Premier League, compared to the French Farmers League. So, it's the same could be said for players like Todibo and Pavard, really, is that how are they going to perform in the Premier League compared to playing in their current leagues? You've got one who's playing in a dominant team over in Germany in essentially a one-horse race league. And then you've got Todibo, who's a decent player playing in the French Farmers League. So how hard is it to look bad over there? That's the reality. Will Pavard push out Wan-Bissaka and Dalot? Well, Jonty, he may, I guess, give us competition for places over on that right side. I still think Aaron Wan-Bissaka is going to be the one. Maybe he would compete with Dalot for a backup role there. I think maybe he would be coming in to be more of a centre-back sort of backup, but I know he can play, obviously, in the right-back spot. He's done that a lot of times, 23 times to be precise for Bayern last season alone. So he can certainly play there. So I think, yeah, maybe pushing out Dalot. I don't think he's going to push out Wan-Bissaka. Who do you think will be our starting right-back, everyone, if you see Pavard signed by Man United in this window? Would it be Wan-Bissaka? Would it be Dalot? Would it be Pavard? We know that Ten Hag likes Dalot, but I don't see anybody better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka at the moment in that spot for United. He's a defensive phenom, a defensive beast, a spider, an 8-legged freak. The guy's an absolute arachnid. You know what I'm saying, guys? I don't think that anybody's going to push Aaron Wan-Bissaka out the side. He does have his weaknesses, his vulnerabilities. He's not the best going forward, but he's getting better at that. But defensively, as sound as they come. So, I don't know. I think we'll see Wan-Bissaka given the nod in that role. Wamby says Tafiso. Red Olsen says Dalot. Dalot says Rashat. The Spider says Duncan. Depends on the opposition. That's true. Only people that can make Bundesliga and League One like a challenge is Maguire, says Taco. Wan-Bissaka. Hey, Fat Chinese Gamer says Wan-Bissaka, of course. Get in there, you beauty. By the way, if you're just getting in it, FCG and everybody else, make sure you take a second to drop that like on this video. Oh, yes. 234 legends are in here tonight. We're on 95 likes. Let's have a little like spike and see if we can get to 100 big ones. Drop a little like on this video if you're just joining us. You know it makes sense. It's free, and that's all we ask is a cheeky little like spike. And get yourself subscribed. We're creeping up in the subscribers, guys. 73,013. That is raw. Soon enough, we could be on 75,000 subscribers. We're getting there. Obviously, the next milestone is 74k, but 75's not far away. 75's meaty. Do you know what, as well? We're not actually that far away from Manchester United's Old Trafford capacity. Do you know that? How mental is that, guys? So in terms of subscribers to this channel, we're only like, I don't know the precise number, like it's like 74,000 odd, isn't it? But I think we're like 1,400 or something away from Old Trafford's capacity. You what? It's unprecedented, my friends. What an unbelievable set of legends we've got here. almost the same capacity of Old Trafford. You can't write this stuff. Imagine if Maguire wins Premier League with West Ham and Moyes, says Tim Clarendon. Well, now you're just pulling everyone's plonker, Tim. That's not going to happen, is it? He's absolutely gashed, and David Moyes is a ginger goblin extraordinaire, and he's rubbish. And his team's bang average. They'll be mid-table at best, my son. There you go, 74,310 capacity. So awesome, isn't it? We're nearly there. Give us a little bit more time and we'll be there. No, I don't, Vincent. Sorry, I didn't see it, mate. I apologise. You're going to have to get it in there again, lad. Right, okay. So, yeah, it's amazing, to be fair, John Boy Cat. Great community of legends we got around here. Always have great banter. Always have a great chat, don't we? West Ham's amazing. And Ted Lasso, what's that all about, Tackle a Bell? I know they're like some team that, I don't know, they challenge for Champions League places and stuff. What a load of bollocks that is. That's how you know it's a fake TV show. You know what I'm saying? I love Ted Lasso. I thought it was a great series. But that's how you know it's bollocks, mate, when West Ham are meant to be good. You know what I mean? Newcastle, what a great start by them. Jonathan Gallagher, 5-1 Drubbinations. I know, they do look good. They do look good, don't they? Yeah. Well, it's on Manchester United to challenge everyone. It's probably going to be the same usual suspects challenging for the top spots this season. I've still got to release my Premier League predictions video. I haven't been able to do that over the last couple of days, but I will probably get round to doing that on like Tuesday, actually. It's still fine. There's only one game gone. But I'll do a prediction for the season with the, all of the positions and that kind of stuff. I'll make some predictions. But yeah, it's going to be the same usual suspects challenging for the title, isn't it? It will be Man City, Man United and Arsenal will be up there. Newcastle, based on their recent sort of upturn in form with Eddie Howe and signings they've made, they'll be up there. And then you might see the usual suspects like Liverpool, just trailing a bit behind. Chelsea, maybe a bit coming back stronger this season. Not Spurs, though, but it'll be the usual suspects, mate, I'd imagine. The only way Maguire wins the Premier League is if the Championship League 2 is rebranded to the Premier League. Nice one, got you there, lad. Pig, the Premier League is like the hamburger taste. Good because fast, where the French League is disgusting, it's like very slow. That's why they eat snails. They can't handle things that are fast. Vincent Bullock, mate, if you could perhaps speak English, mate, in the live chat, maybe I would therefore understand what you're saying. I mean, I think you're saying the Premier League's like like hamburgers. Why are hamburgers fast, though, mate? I guess cows are faster than snails. I see what you did there. Vincent, I believe we've all got a lot to bring to this live chat tonight, mate. Going forward, I believe the thing that you should bring is silence. Thank you so much, Vincent Bullock, for getting in with your thoughts and opinion. That'll be the last of it. Nice one. No, good man. Fast food. Oh, yeah, it makes sense, actually. It does make sense, fast food. He's talking about the escargot. From now on, though, Vincent, you're talking in silence, mate. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good man. Anyway. Right, come on, let's continue with the news then. So yeah, defensive positions being sorted out, guys. Maguire's going. We're going to be signing Pavard, probably. If not Pavard, then Todibo. It's all about what Ten Hag wants and who's viable, who's going to be available for the right sort of price and not costing an absolute fortune, and what deal can be done. So it's not just on who Ten Hag wants, it's also based on economics and who's easily obtainable. So it'll be between one of those two, it's expected at this moment in time. Both an upgrade on Slabbo and Maguire, if you ask me. Get in there, my son, let's go. Okay, let's move on to the latest news then, in terms of the midfield. So obviously, similar sort of situation to earlier on, guys, not going to pretend. We are still waiting to sell one or two players to be able to go and sign the likes of Sofyan Amrabat. There's now a couple of different players that are into the fold, obviously. We've mentioned different players that we could be linked to, such as Amadou Onana. What's my name? Onana. What's my game? Onana. What's my name? Oh, what's my name? What's my name? Onana. What's my name? We can't have two Onanas in the squad, can we? That would just be too confusing, I think. Oh, na. Oh, na. Although it would be pretty awesome for the song. Let's be fair. Like, that chant would get absolutely rinsed left, right and centre. It is a pretty good one for the chant. So, I don't know. You want three, says AML. No, let's just try and get as many Onanas as we can. You know what I mean? What's wrong with that? Just get as many Onanas as we possibly can, guys. Hang on, I'm having a technical issue here with my clicky doohickey. So give us a second here. Oh, okay. Right, yeah, it's because I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi's playing up. There we go. Now it should work, peeps. Get in there, you beauties. Right then. So, let's pop this up on the screen.
Get in there, my son.
Yeah, there we go. It's working now. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, there. Get in there. Appreciate that, Jeremy Sims. Jeremy Sims, welcome in. And Joan Zulu, welcome in. Thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button on the channel. You know it makes sense. Welcome aboard to Bacon Express. Hello to you, Mark N tonight. How you doing, bud? What's good there, Mark? Thank you for joining us, bud. Bloody hell, are you singing that Guff Onana song again, Piggy? I was actually, mate, because we're talking about signing another player called Onana, the Cape Cadet lad. And his name's Amadou Onana, but he's still called Onana, so you could certainly be going, Onana, what's my name? Onana, what's my game? Onana, what's my name? What's my name? What's my name? Onana, what's my name? Do you know what? Chill out, bud. It's a bit of fun, yeah? Goodness me. Some people. Says the man who came in here singing the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Go to West Ham song the other day, mate. Oh, I suppose that was some sort of musical genius, though, compared to the Onana song, eh? Yeah, that's right. That's you told. Anyway, so, look. We obviously are looking at Amadou Onana as well from Everton here. Man United are assessing a move for midfielder Amadou Onana. Everton's valuation will be key as United also have Sofian Amrabat on the list. Could we perhaps move on Shotty McShotbag McTominay in a transfer exchange? Is that possible? Don't know, but maybe. We know that Everton have some interest in Scotty McTominay, so perhaps that could happen. In regards to the midfield, we're obviously sold Fred now to Fenerbahçe. Get in there, my son. That's looking good. We get some money back for him, and then obviously we're trying to raise some capital to put towards bringing in Sofian Amrabat, who's going to cost about 25 to 30 million euros. So McTominay's a player that could certainly be sold. The Donny van der Beek to Real Sociedad situation's looking a little bit suspect now. Just waiting to see if we can move on one of those two players. So Fred's gone, but it's a case of getting rid of Donny, getting rid of McTominay, and then we can obviously go and pull the trigger on Sofian Amrabat. Hey, Ruddy Can't Game, how you doing there, my bro? What's going on? Thank you so much for joining us, lad. He says WTO in a rather strange font. You what? What does that mean there, Ruddy Can't Game, lad? Speak us in English, my son. Ruddy Can't Game has been a member for 43 months, though, guys. That is a significant amount of time. Guys, can we please just get a hashtag 43 in the live chat for Ruddy? Thanks so much for being a long-time member of this channel, mate. That's amazing. 43 months, an absolute legend of the channel, mate. That's long. Nearly 4 years, you absolute hero. Thanks so much to Ruddy Can't Game, everyone. Arsenal scummer extraordinaire. Yes, almost 4 years a member. It means what in Russian, says Ruddy Can't Game. Oh, da. Yeah, we speak English around here, Ruddy, mate. You know what I'm saying? We don't speak Russian in the live chat, bud. Okay, nice one. Glad we cleared that one up. I'll tell you why. Because, well, it's a long story. No, we speak English around here, my son. But hey, thank you so much for being a member for 43 months, you absolute legend. Let's go. Ruddy Can't Game, absolute hero. Cheers, bro. I appreciate you for being a member of this channel at that time, even though you are a true Arsenal scummer. I wonder if you, like Zayn Miassi, now think that you are actually going to challenge for the title after just managing to beat Nottingham Forest by the skin of your paw bag, I wonder. Okay, so thank you, Ruddy. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're having a great night, by the way. And thank you genuinely for being a member of that time. Absolute hero. So we're looking at various players. Amadou Onana is also on the agenda. Maybe there's something we could do there with Scotty McShotbag McTominay. Also, we're looking at Thuram. So Thuram over in France as well. Lilian Thuram's son. We're looking at Khéphren Thuram. And apparently, Khéphren Thuram's camp are continuing to search for a way out of OG Nice this window, and Man United are monitoring the 22-year-old. Ten Hag has made Sofian Amrabat the main option, as revealed in June, but the Frenchman also is under consideration. The deal can be done for around £35 million. So it seems like we've got a few options there. There's Thuram, there's obviously Amadou Onana, and there's Sofian Amrabat. Let me ask the live chat. You can only choose one. There can be only one signing that comes in out of those three players. Who is it? Let us know in the chat. But for me, I am sticking with Sofian Amrabat because he's the one we've been pursuing the last few weeks. He's the most developed and experienced and has a great range of passing and is combative and is a great player for Morocco from what we've seen, obviously, and just generally looks like a real baller. And I would like to bring him into Ten Hag's side. I think Ten Hag would as well. He knows of the player, having worked with him some years ago, 6 years ago at FC Utrecht. So there's some history going on there, which means something. You know, he could come in and challenge for the starting spot in the midfield. I just think he'd be an excellent addition. So for that reason, I am still going with Amrabat. That would be wonderful. And then, obviously, but it does depend on a few different things. Economically speaking, we have to get an agreement in place with Fiorentina. So the situation there is we're trying to move on another midfielder, i.e. McTominay or Donny van der Beek. We should have the money now anyway to go and sign Sofyan Amrabat, because we've got rid of Fred, we've got rid of Kovar, we have made one or two departures over the last couple of days, which does play into the fact we've generated enough money really to go in for Amrabat. So we should go and sign Amrabat anyway, but it might still be hinging on getting rid of one more player. So yeah, that's really what we're doing. Roddy Can't Game, thank you very much for another super chat, guys. Let's get a super chat emoji in there for Roddy Can't Game. Get in there. He says, I'm a fan, not delusional. Respect. Yeah, well, you know, Arsenal, they'll be up there, won't they? As we were talking about at the top of the show tonight, they will be up there. It'll be the usual suspects. Arsenal, United, Newcastle, City, all challenging and tussling for that title. So Arsenal's had a good start. But I don't think you're going to win the league. I think you'll do well to get into the top four again this season. It's just how it is. A little bit of the ways off of the likes of Manchester City. And plus, problem with Arsenal is it's almost a mentality thing. It's just like they're just born bottle jobs, you know? They're just true bottlers. And it's hard to take the bottle out of the arsenholen. Wow, that sounded messed up. But you know what I mean? It is hard to take it out. You know, they need to go down to A&E. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hell. Kate Cadet says, I think Amrabat's added experience. Having lost Fred would be the right choice. Spot on. I agree with you as well. Completely agree with you, Kate Cadet, mate. His experience, his quality of passing, different sort of technical player, would be absolutely a baller for United. Come on, Sofyan. Let's go and get him. The only thing I don't like about Sofyan Amrabat is his first name is a little bit gashed, isn't it? Sofyan, what's that all about? No, I'm just kidding. It's decent, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, look, we're making some midfield acquisition as well by the looks of it. Working on a couple of players out. Before we can sign somebody in that position, it seems like we are going to have to maybe get rid of one more player. McTominay is a player that's still wanted by various different sides, as we know. West Ham, Everton, maybe even AS Roma with what's going on with Nemanja Matic. So Nemanja Matic have received a bid here for Nemanja with potential for a few £1 million deal. So Fab said earlier on that Rennes is set to sign Nemanja Matic from AS Roma. Here we go. The player asked to leave the club and try a new experience. AS Roma will receive €3 million for a fee after signing them on a free transfer. So they need a replacement. Jose Mourinho's not understood to be an admirer of Scotty McShotbag McTominay, and so he might well come in for a bid, but they probably won't spend the sort of money we're looking for. We've essentially priced West Ham out of the move earlier on in the window, with rejection of their £30 million offer and asking for £45 million for Scotty McTominay. But there is an understanding that maybe if Lucas Paqueta goes to Manchester City, then they will have the money and the wherewithal and the desire to go back in and try again for Scott McTominay. So it's not the end of the road for Scott McTominay out of Manchester United this summer. Very much expected to be a drawn-out sort of saga for Scotty, but could be one or two clubs still interested in the guy. I hope that he goes. Obviously, he's not very good, in my opinion. We could definitely do better. Let's just hope that he gets bought by somebody this summer transfer window. That would mean that we can easily go and get something like Sofyan Amrabat and improve our midfield position. And we've still got good youngsters coming through, so that would be nice. Okay, let's move on from the midfield then. Let's talk about this for a second. So I find this very hard to believe, and it probably is absolute steaming horse shite. Andrew Goncalves, you beat me to it, lad. You beat me to it, Andrew Goncalves. Thank you so much. So this story won't go away, will it? So look at this. I'll put this up on the screen here. You can see what's happening here. So in regards to Tony Martial, there is a report and various different outlets reporting that West Ham have registered their interest in Anthony Martial. Talks are still at an early stage, and there is no guarantee Ten Hag would sanction the departure of the French striker, with United short of an out-and-out number 9. Oh, please get rid of Tony Martial, Eric. That would be such a good summer transfer window. Getting rid of the shite like McTominay, Maguire and Martial, the 3 M's. Getting rid of these 3 M's, which stands for Melter, Melter and Melter. Could you imagine getting rid of the 3 Melters in one fell swoop this window? It'd be amazing. £400,000 a week off the books just in Tony and Maguire alone. And then Scott McTominay on top. We're talking about saving £500,000 a week. That's £2 million a month. That's £24 million a year. That's the sort of money you can put towards an absolute baller player. So if this is true, and Tony Martial is wanted by West Ham, let's get him gone. Now, it will be the same sort of situation as Maguire. We'll probably have to give him a golden handshake to go. I don't know how much money we'd be looking to generate from West Ham for him. Probably not that much. As I mentioned, he's injury prone. He's a melter. He's on huge money. We can't justify receiving 20, 30, 40 million pounds for Tony Martial. It's just not going to happen. But maybe 15 million, maybe 12 million. I think 12 million pounds, 15 million pounds maybe, and then have to give him a 6 or a 7 million pound golden handshake to piss off, and that just gets written off basically, and then he ends up costing West Ham, that amount, but we've got to receive about 7-8 million for him. That's better than a kick in the anus. That's what we end up receiving after giving him a golden handshake. They're not going to pay him what we pay him. He's not worth that sort of money. But obviously for Man United, we could receive a decent amount of cash just to get him gone, and then hopefully, he would then be off of our books, and that would be worthwhile just to receive 6 or 7 million after we've paid him a golden handshake. So what do you think, guys? How much money could we look to receive for Tony Martial? Let us know in the chat, but I don't think we could be looking for too much money, but also we don't want to give him away. We'd have to ask for 15 million, I think. 15 million pounds for Tony is the spot-on figure, really, because you are going to have to pay him some money to go, because West Ham will not give him the money that we will, which means that you're going to have to absorb that costs in the transfer fee, just like we are going to with Harry Maguire. So it's not really a 15 million pound transfer, it's more like an 8 million pound transfer or something. So it's a cheap deal for West Ham. That's what I'm saying. I think we can only get really 15 million pounds for him, but we should at least try and get that, because otherwise he's going to be going for a minus figure. It's like the amount of money that he's on is just ridiculous. So therefore nobody was going to want him unless the price is right. So we can't ask for 20 or 30 million. No way. 10 million, says Josh. 12 to 14 is a bargain. It's a decent deal for them, isn't it? It's a decent deal. But remember, his wages are very, very high. 20, says Elliot Manduna. Chelsea will buy him. Well, bring it on, Ruddy. That'd be lovely. Dead Revel says 10. 50 million premium tag will be about 10. Yep. 10 million plus a Big Mac meal from McDonald's, says Fat Chinese Gaming. Oh, lovely. I'd make it a happy meal, lad. He wants a toy. The Hoop Man says 18. 20 says Your Absolution. 53 at least, says Aaron. You what? 15 to 20, says Palmarius. Minus 10, says James T. 20 million, says Palmarius. 13 million plus a pair of crutches. 35, says Gregory. 15 mil, 20 mil. Okay, nice one. Thank you, everyone, for getting in here raw. I do appreciate your thoughts and opinions. West Ham are crazy, says First Class Gamer. 100%. If this is true, which we probably would have to assume that it's not, because let's face it, if they actually do want Tony Martial, then they're mental. They're assembling a complete bottle job side of ex-Manchester United melters over there. I mean, isn't it? Wouldn't it be like, it would be like Melt-Chester United over there, wouldn't it? Think about it. They've got David Moyes as the manager, the meltiest manager in United's recent history. You've got the melter captain, the worst captain in the history of the world going over there, Slabo Maguire. Scotty McShotomy shot bag, colostomy bag, Scott Mctominay, who's in the middle of the park there, a true known melter. And then if they add Tony Martial at top, I mean, that is Melt-Chester United right there, isn't it? Goodness me. Could you imagine? First Class says Pig, who was the last player that United sold for a profit? It was Daniel James, probably. Probably Daniel James. We bought him for like 10 million, I think, and then we sold him for like 16 million or something, didn't we? He was the last player we got a profit on. We are gash when it comes to actually selling players and making a profit on, but it was Daniel James, my son, I'm pretty sure, was the last one we actually sold for a profit after purchasing. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Andreas Pereira says Boomy. Interesting. Right, yeah. So, okay. Right, so, we'll see. Martial to West Ham, it's picking up a little bit of steam. I doubt it. I very much doubt it that we will end up being able to sell him. He's on too much money. It's going to price out a lot of teams going for him. That's the reason why it's impossible to sell a lot of these players, just because they're on so much cash. Not expected that we will be able to get rid of him, but you never know. Also, not just that, but there is some reports from Turkey, actually, and this one's also mighty speculative, because as I've mentioned, how the hell are they going to afford the wages? MEN, also it's from the MEN, so it's mighty speculative. It says that Tony Martial has been linked with a move to Fenerbahçe. What's going on? Why did multiple teams want multiple players from us? So they've just signed Fred. They're bringing in Fred. Now they want Tony Martial as well. Are they trying to assemble the Turkish Melt-Chester United? You know what I mean? You've got West Ham assembling the English Melt-Chester United with Moyes at the helm. And now Turkish side Fenerbahçe interested in making some sort of Turkish Melt-Chester team. What's going on there? I don't know, but apparently they are interested in him as well. That would be sensational if somebody comes in for him. So there's a couple of different teams, maybe, and I do emphasize the word maybe there, interested in Tony, dependent on price tag, dependent on wages, dependent on Tony Martial's desire to go. I could imagine Tony Martial is the sort of fella who just wants to sit around, be a big Hollywood player at United, get big cash and just be a melter and, just sit there and wait till his contract runs down, rather than being prepared to actually go and play for a team that's not as high profile. I think Tony would rather stay. So got a feeling about him. I don't think he's like Maguire, where he wants to go and play football regularly so he can get into the England setup and all that kind of stuff. I think Tony's probably quite content just to sit around at United, get his 200 grand a week and be an absolute melter. That's what I think. So what do you reckon, guys? Do you think Tony Martial will stay or go in this summer transfer window? Let's hear your thoughts and opinions. But I think he'll stay. I can't see us getting rid of Tony Martial. He's a full-on lingerer, man. He's going to be a lingerer. He's the French Phil Jones extraordinaire that's going to stay for a long time, I think, because of his wages and nobody wanted him. Plus, remember, he's super injury prone. So, who's going to want that? Who's going to actually want somebody who's super injury prone? He's a melter. He's never fit. He'll stay. He's going to stay. Oh, that's awesome, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. Get in there. We got 17 reposts on Twitter, guys. Thank you, each and every one of you legends, for reposting us on Twitter. The link is pinned to the top of the live chat there. Go and check out our Twitter page, Flying Pig United on Twitter. Give us a retweet. We'll shout you out in a few minutes. Chris Barker says, go. Positive vibe. Well, I hope you're right, Chris. Stay, says Gattuso. Stay, says Duncan. Go, says Anthony. You think Mr. Accident Prone will stay? Get in there, Rushmano. How you doing, my son? Yes, indeed. Subscribe to the channel if it's your first time here. Do hit that subscribe. That'd be awesome. We're going to be doing a game tomorrow, Chelsea versus Liverpool watch along. And then, obviously, we'll cover all the transfer news. We're going to do a preview of the Wolves game tomorrow night as well. So get yourself involved by subscribing to the channel. Click the bell icon for notifications. Ali Evans says, melt Batche. Exactly. So if Tony Martial ends up going to Fenerbahçe, then it will be a Turkish Manchester United team with Fred and Martial in. But, like we said, hopefully there is some interest from West Ham for Tony, but I don't think he'll be going anywhere. He's just on too much cash at the moment, and because of that, it prices him out of a move. If we were going to sell Tony, it would have to be for relative peanuts, £15 million maximum, because we'd have to give him a golden handshake, just like Maguire as well, to leave. Okay, so there you go. Tony Martial to Fenerbahçe or West Ham has got some sort of a basis behind it. That's good news. We are slowly but surely moving players on, and in order to go and buy new players. Let's just have a look at the latest updates that have come in during the show. Thank you to Rushmano for sending me a few bits and bobs during the live show here. Hey, look at that. Fred has posted a little thank you message to the United fan base. I'm just going to read it out now, guys. This was earlier on today. He says, thanks for everything, Manchester United Football Club. Today ends one of the most beautiful stages of my life, of my career. I live the dream of wearing the shirt of one of the biggest clubs in the world, going through ups and downs. I leave with conviction that I always gave my best during all training sessions and games. It was 5 years of a true dream for me and my family. I will be forever grateful for the opportunity. Forever Red. Do you know what? That's almost brought a little tear to my eye, guys. Beautiful words from Fred there. That's what he said earlier on this afternoon. Let's get some love in the live chat there for Fredinho. Come on, let's go. By the way, you know how David De Gea was lined up for maybe a move to Real Madrid? Well, that looks like that's not materialised because they've gone and got Kepa on loan. And crikey, he is stitched up left, right and centre, isn't he? Who the hell is going to go and get David De Gea? Problem with him is I think he just wants too much money. He's used to the finer things in life, you know. He gets up in the morning on his silk sheets. He gets into his expensive car. He goes for a little drive around his mansion's grounds in his car. He goes back and his butler Jeeves serves him some foie gras for breakfast with a bit of caviar on the side. And he's just used to the finer things in life, this twat now. He wants too much money. He wants too much money, guys. I think that's what's going on with him, really. He's a great keeper, obviously. It's not like he's crap. There's got to be teams out there that are interested. But Graham Bailey tonight reporting that Chelsea are considering a summer move for former Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea in the current transfer window. What? No, that can't happen. I really hope that that's not true. This has come out, Graham Bailey this evening reporting that Chelsea are considering a summer move for goalkeeper David De Gea. Now, that would be filth if he lined up for Chelsea this season. Surely he's not going to do that, though. But that would be absolute filth. But he needs to find a club somewhere, doesn't he? Like, he's obviously spoken to a different couple of teams. Inter Milan had a little bit of a discussion with him. Even FC Bayern had a discussion with him. And Real Madrid, obviously. But I think he just wants too much cash. That's the problem, really. It's a huge, huge problem for teams to actually want him, because he's asking for too much cash in general, really, which is a big shame, obviously. So, David De Gea, where do you think he's going to end up, guys? Let us know in the live chat. Give us your thoughts and opinions of the latest details, where you think he's going to go. But I don't know. I don't know. Ugh. Still have no clue. Hopefully it's not to Chelsea, though. That would be gash. Yeah, exactly. Kepa went to Madrid on loan. That's it. He needs to go to the MLS. Goodness me, that would be such a low drop, though, for him. I don't think that's the move, to be fair. If I'm David De Gea, I'm not wanting to go there at all. Also, we got a report this evening that's come out, guys, which, okay, take this with a pinch of salt as well. But there are some reports. This is from Reluctant Nico, 10:32 p.m. He posted this, that says that Harry Maguire transfer to West Ham is at risk because of stalling over personal terms. West Ham are now hurriedly turning their attention to Bayer Leverkusen defender Odilon Kosunu. No, listen. Let's hope that this is not the case. Like we said, it needs to be wrapped up sometime over the weekend. This is speculative stuff. We haven't seen a report from someone like Fabrizio Romano or anyone like that at this moment in time having said that this is the case. There is a report from Reluctant Nico there, but look, let's wait and see if there's any more sort of tier one journos who are going to come out and give us an update on this. But a few people in the live chat talking about it. Maguire transfer to West Ham's at risk because of stalling over personal terms. West Ham are now hurriedly turning their attention to Bayer Leverkusen defender Odilon Kosunu. So, seems like that would be an absolute disgrace, wouldn't it? That would be horrendous if it's true. And if Harry Maguire is, I don't know, maybe pricing himself out of a move there, but it's not necessarily just Harry that's pricing him out of a move. It's just his wages that he's on at United. As we've mentioned, West Ham probably won't want to go much higher than, say, 140, 150 grand a week, which means that United have to pay the remainder of his contract per week, which is somewhere in the region of, would be 50 or 60,000 pounds a week then. Over the course of a year, that's 2.5 or 3 million pounds, depending on how much you're actually paying. Like, if it's 60,000 pounds a week, it's closer to 3 million pounds a year that you have to sort of give him a golden handshake. So if there can't be an agreement in place there, if Man United don't see the value, or if West Ham aren't prepared to go as high as all that, then we're not just going to pay him like millions and millions and millions and millions to go and play for West Ham. There has to be some sort of compromise that takes place there. West Ham are going to have to go higher than their budget, really. I just don't really think that this is I just don't personally think this is that legit of a story. I think it will get done. I don't think there's too much doubts about it, really. I think they want him. We're trying to bring him in, obviously. They're trying to bring him in. We're trying to sell him so we can bring in another player. I just don't really see it, guys. I think he'll still go. You know, what do you reckon, guys? Do you think he'll stay at United, or do you think he'll go to West Ham? I think he'll be going, guys. I don't think we need to worry too much about this. It's just to get some clicks and shit like that, you know. Personally, you know, this is not a great story. It's obviously via United District, but it's from Reluctant Nico, as you can see there. And in the words of Conor McGregor, who the fuck is that guy? You know what I mean? So I'm just joking around, but you know. It's true, though. Like, we've got to wait for a proper source to suggest that this is the case. I think he'll still be going, obviously. He'll still be going, guys. Don't worry too much. That's just one of those stories that's come out this evening to try and scare the fan base a little bit. He'll be going. He'll be going, guys. He'll be flushed. Yeah, he's going, says Chris Barker. Lies. Oh, United Zone saying it too now. Okay, well, fair enough, but they'll be saying that using Reluctant Nico as a source. And all I'm saying is I'm not slagging off Reluctant Nico, whoever the fuck that actually is. But he's the sort of guy who reluctantly reports on news by the sound of it, and his name's Nick. You know what I mean? Reluctant Nico saying that West Ham maybe not be able to get the terms agreed there with Slavia Maguire. I'll wait on that front, guys. We'll wait for a bit more confirmation on somebody else saying that for us to really think about it. I don't think there's too much going on. Hey, Dynamic Melon, thank you so much for gifting out a membership in the chat. Come on, look at that. He's gifted out a membership in the channel. Thank you so much for doing so. That's awesome, Dynamic Melon. Come on, man. Let's get some big love hearts in the live chat there for Dynamic Melon, who has gifted out a new channel membership on the channel there. What a generous legend. And it has gone to Ravens Mansand. Go on, Ravens. Ravens has become a member of the channel courtesy of the one and only Dynamic Melon 5456. Guys, get a melon emoji in the live chat there, please. That's fucking awesome. I really do appreciate you. Not a great hit rate from that source. That's what I'm saying, Rushmano. So, yeah, thank you for the updates. And obviously, people in the live chat saying, oh, the Maguire deal's in risk of collapsing and all that. I don't think it is. I think he'll end up going. Look, West Ham want him. They've prepared to pay 30 million. They're actually getting a decent deal because, you know, it's not just 30 million pounds that they're paying. It's actually a lot less than that because United do have to pay Maguire off some money just to get him to go. So they're getting a player for essentially like less than that, really. They do have to fork out 30, but he's a homegrown international standard player who plays for England. He's in England's setup every single game. Like, he's not a bad player. They're getting decent value for money even at 30 million and paying 150 grand a week to him, say. So they're getting decent value. Yes, he's a bit of a calamity. Yes, he's a bit of a melter, but for West Ham, he's perfect. He's perfect mediocre mid-table guff. Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go. West Ham getting a gem of a player. For West Ham, he's a good player. Andy says, breaking news, Harry Maguire caught in his bedroom pretending he's still the captain. Source, Maleficent Angela. Good one, good one. Maguire won't stay because of Onana, so Slurp King, he's scared of Onana. Yeah, we'll see, Tommy Ball. I genuinely don't think it's too much to worry about. I mean, there was always that risk that the wages would be proved too much. But West Ham knew what he was on. I don't see West Ham wasting their time too much going in with a £30 million bid if they didn't have an idea of what they were going to have to pay Harry Maguire. So I think he'll go. I'm pretty sure the player wants to go as well. Sometimes players can be difficult if they really don't want to part ways. But this is someone that's not going to play at Manchester United unless he does move. If he moves, he'll be certainly in contention with being in that European Championship squad for England next summer, which is what he wants. And he'll play regular football, have a big role to play in West Ham season. So I think he'll go. It's just the money. He's not going to want to go for less money, but that's why we have to make up the remainder. We have to see what West Ham are prepared to pay and make up the rest, unfortunately. Rushy says Ten Hag wants Maguire to cover for the Wolves game. After that, he's gone. So I saw those comments from Ten Hag saying that, of course, he'll be available for the Wolves game. And yeah, you know, he will be on the bench, I guess, as a backup option, maybe get a few minutes, but I don't obviously expect him to be playing much in the game, if at all. Sing go west for Maguire. He can play in the MLS. Nice, well, that's a good shout. Go on, Slabby goes to Hollywood. If Harry doesn't leave, just threaten him that we'll send him back to Greece. Go on, Casey. Yeah, there you go. I'm pretty sure he wants to, you know, he wants to go anyway. Okay, then. So, I'm going to basically run down quickly what we've discussed in this chat. Then I'm going to get into the live chat for a proper Q&A. See what you legends are saying for a few minutes, obviously, before we wrap up this stream. We're going to stay on here for a good 5-10 minutes after this. Do us a favour, though. Smash us a little cheeky retweet over on the link at the top of the live chat on Twitter, or x.com, whatever you want to call it. Go over there, give us a retweet. We'll shout you all out in a minute. It helps spread the word of the channel. Also, as always, smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel tonight. Get yourself in there raw and subscribe to the channel. We're on here daily and nightly, giving you the latest United news in a no bullshit way. So come and subscribe. Smash the likes too. Help us get to 200 likes. How many are we on now? Let's have a little look. But help us get to the 200. If you haven't done so, that'd be immense. Drop a little thumbs up on it. We're on 163. Only 37 likes away from 200. Let's do it. Smash the likes on this video if you haven't done so. That'd be raw. And I'm going to pop over to Twitter, see what we've got to say, shout out all the legends. But before I do, very quickly, let me do a rundown of what we've discussed. So, the top of the show, we're talking about United's interest in Pavard. Understand that United have contacted Bayern for Benjamin Pavard deal. This is via Fab. There's still no green light from Bayern, but Pavard's intention is clear. He wants to leave and try a new chapter. Pavard won't sign a new deal at Bayern, and the current one expires next summer, so there's every chance that he will be a big target for Man United in the next few days, and United are obviously in contact with Bayern trying to figure out a deal. So hopefully that materialises and we can see this guy come in. He didn't have a very good game tonight by all accounts. But one game doesn't define a player, obviously, and he's somebody that will be coming in to replace Harry Maguire and give us depth and competition and versatility at the back. If not him, then Jean-Clair Todibo is still very much of interest. Eric Ten Hag wanting to bring in Jean-Clair Todibo as well. Given an ideal scenario, probably bring in both, but the chances are it's just going to have to be one or the other. So Ten Hag's got a decision to make, but it's understood that Jean-Clair Todibo would be interested in coming to United and playing for Ten Hag as well. And we might go in for him. Just depends on a few economical reasons, I guess, for the two deals, which is most easy to acquire. So, yeah, we'll find out more about that in the next coming days as to who we're pursuing. It looks like Pavard at the moment, as we've made contact, though, with Bayern München. So that looks interesting, guys. Todibo or Pavard in the works at this moment in time. Also, let's talk about this for a second. I didn't actually mention this, but because it's got nothing to do with United, but it is just more news in regards to that Caicedo deal going on. Moises Caicedo, who was a United target previously. Understand that the agreement between Moises Caicedo and Chelsea is for a contract valid until June 2031, but the contract will also include an option until 2032, one more season. Caicedo's agreed personal terms with Chelsea at the end of May. Clubs working to close the deal now. So it looks like a deal in excess of £110 million for Chelsea. Wowzers. Interesting, but so other clubs doing some business. He's a great player, to be fair. I would have loved to have seen him come to United, but he's just too much money. We had our chance to sign him for £5 million. Too much money. Thank you, John Vallandingham. He says, this is a great channel. Get in there, you beauty. Thank you, John. Very kind of you to say so, mate. Good to have you in here. Really good to have you in here. Also, I want to talk about this, guys. I do want to highlight this for a moment. Obviously, we've talked about it a little bit over the recent sort of weeks, but let's just give it some more light, because it is very much important. And the 1958 are planning a protest, obviously, against the shithouse Glazers before the Wolves game. They're also planning a sit-in for the Nottingham Forest game. And this is their latest sort of tweet. It says, protest rallying call. The Glazers make the key decision. No standards, no morals. They drag the dignity of our club through the gutter. It's critical that all Reds don't let that happen. Our message remains Glazers out. It will not change until they go. See you Monday. So let's get a hashtag Glazers out, guys. Anybody who can do what they can in regards to turning up and meeting at the Trinity before the game. Obviously, if you're going, you can help the protest, you can get involved, you can be vocal, you can say that we will not go quietly into the night and allow these Glazer shithousers to continue to suck the lifeblood out of Manchester United. So just wanted to highlight that and talk about it, say, a little bit of something about it, just anybody who doesn't know. Protest before the Wolves game, guys. Also, there's an expected sit-in for the Nottingham Forest game as well. Get in there, my son. Hashtag Glazers out, parasites, scumbags, dirtbags, weasels. See you later on, wankers. Let's try and get these guys out of our club. And obviously, if the more fans that protest, the stronger the message. Get in there, my son. And obviously, not everyone's going to be up there. Not everyone can get involved, but you can do what you can in your own ways. You can protest. Hashtag Glazers Outs on Twitter, social media, everywhere. Don't buy the kits. Don't buy the merch. Don't pay any money to these Glazer shithouses while they're still there at the football club. Make these wankers go. Don't buy the sponsorship products, etc. All that stuff. Do what you can. Do what you can, guys. Hashtag Leechers Out. Absolutely. Come on. Get in there. Hashtag Glazers Out. We've got a super chat here from Tom Furlong. Thank you very much, Tom Furlong, for getting in here raw, lad. You've got a bit of a lengthy last name, don't you, bro? Tom Furlong, thank you so much for getting in here raw. Guys, let's smash a like. We're nearly at 200 likes. And get a big love heart in there for Tom Furlong. Thank you, Tom. Tommy Furlong says Pavard loves it raw. Get some raw emojis in there. Apparently, Pavard loves it raw. Bloody hell, Tom Furlong. Thanks for sharing. That's interesting. Yeah, he likes it raw. So do we at United. So let's get him in, Nate. That sounded wrong, didn't it? That sounded a bit wrong, but you know what I mean. We're a raw football club, mate. Let's get him in. Good shout, Tom Furlong. Thank you very much, bro. And AML with a 1958 super chat. That's beautiful, mate. Very poetic. 1958, representing the 1958 there. Hashtag Glazers out. Come on, AML. Thank you so much, guys. Get some mad love. And let's get a hashtag Glazers out and some green and gold emojis in there for AML. AML, thank you so much indeed for getting in there. Hashtag Glazers out. That's beautiful, lad. Really do appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support and the super chat there. Very kind of you. Get in there, you Don. You absolute Don of a man. Thank you so much. Guys, hashtag Glazers out. Much love to AML. That's very, very nice of you. And I'm going to get into the Twitter now. See what you legends are saying. Actually, sorry, I didn't run down what I was saying. What was I? I was talking about the 1958, yeah. Okay, so protests on Monday, guys, before the Wolves game. Get involved if you can. Spread the word. Hashtag Glazers out. Also, United looking at a couple of other midfield options now. There's Kefram Turum, who is reportedly of interest to Manchester United at this moment in time. Apparently, we went and scouted him as we were scouting Todibo, so that's a player United have some interest in. Also, Amadou Onana, what's my name, over at Everton is another target for Manchester United reportedly. So United are assessing a move for midfielder Amadou Onana. And obviously, Sofian Amrabat is still a big target for United in that midfield area. So there's a couple of players we're still looking at doing some business for right there, dependent on player sales. McTominay could be sold also, still depends on maybe Paqueta going to Man City from West Ham, or if another team's interested in him and an offer comes in. AS Roma just getting rid of Nemanja Matic, so it looks like maybe they could be interested. If not them, then perhaps Everton, Newcastle, one or two other clubs supposedly have some interest in Scott McTominay. And then also, as we mentioned, West Ham and perhaps even Fenerbahçe have an interest in Tony Martial. Sounds a bit speculative to me because of how much money this guy's on. Very unrealistic to sell this guy, but if we can, we absolutely should. See you later on, Tony. You've been guffing overpriced and just ridiculously injured all the time. Not a good player for us. So there you go. West Ham apparently registered interest in him, and also Fenerbahçe have registered some interest in Tony Martial. But I think the price tag of the player in regards to the fee up front and also the wages are just going to prove to be too much for any of these players, any of these teams to go in for him. But there you go. That's basically the latest United news. Not the most news this evening, but we just wanted to jump on here and cover what has definitely come out here. We don't make anything up on this channel. We obviously only cover the latest news. We're not here to sensationalize stories or get clickbait headlines and all that sort of stuff. We just talk about the players and the updates and everything that's actually going on. So yes, thank you everyone for listening to me. We're going to have now go over to Twitter and shout out everybody who's tweeted us out, retweeted us. Thank you for the repost, every one of you legends. Let me go over there and see who's done it. We've had 20 reposts. Come on, get in there to Anthony Ong. Thank you, Anthony Ong. Thank you to Guyam Legend for getting in there raw and retweeting us there. Appreciate you guys giving us a repost or a quoted repost there as well. Lovely stuff. We've also got Aaron Homeyard, Boomy, Jonty72, Mark Goddard, Tommy71, Boyle, Duncan Belifo, Sanjay Ramautar, John Boy Cat, Man United Pubs, United Mark, get in there my son, Richard Westerpeck, Michael Paul, Kane, Anthony Ong, Francois Cock, Vincent Bullock, G-Dad Gamer and Greg. Thank you so much to you legends for going out there raw and retweeting us tonight, guys. It does help. Thank you to each and every one of you that has retweeted the show. Does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for sharing, guys, and it helps us out. Get in there, you beauties. Right, I'm going to get into the live chat now. So thank you so much to each and every one of you for being here. We're going to have a Q&A now. Red says, would you rather fight a bear or a crocodile, says Red. Would that be on the land or in the water, Red? I'd probably rather fight a croc. Yeah, I mean, a bear's just, they eat you asshole first, mate. Do you know that? Oh, you're still alive and they're tucking in on your buttocks, mate. Doesn't sound nice, that. Don't fancy being eaten arsehole first. At least if I'm going to die from a crocodile killing me, it'll like sink his teeth in, maybe give me a cheeky little croc hug, and then death roll me into drowning. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably drown from a death roll with a crocodile, which sounds a lot nicer than being eaten arse end first by a bear. So I'm going to say the croc, mate. I'd rather fight a croc. Plus, I reckon if it was on land, might be able to go and just give him a cheeky little kick in the eyeball or something. Maybe get away, you know, from a croc. Whereas a bear, they're so quick and agile and strong. Oh, I don't fancy fighting a bear hand to hand. But, you know, a crocodile, kick one in the face, mate. Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to go for a croc there, to be honest with you, Red, given the choice. What you saying, guys? Thank you very much, by the way, there, Red, for your super chat. Also, Ronnie Can't Game has got in. Yeah, neither really, John Valentine. I wouldn't want to eat either, to be honest. Hey, thank you so much, Ronnie Can't Game says, check your meme Discord page. Okay, Ronnie, let's see what's going on here then. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, you can put an exclamation mark Discord in the live chat. Also, if you want to join the Fantasy Premier League, you can put an exclamation FPL in the league. Let's see what this is all about then, Ruddington. Thank you very much for getting in here, lad. Let's go to the meme section. You like to derail my streams a little bit, don't you? Oh, it's Jurgen Klopp with a carrot. Jurgen Klopp eating a carrot. Moving on. I don't know what you want about there, buddy. Why would I want to show that to my... I'm not sure I understand, mate. It's just a picture of Jurgen Klopp eating a carrot. Anyway, right, okay. Yeah, a bear's ridiculously quick. You won't want to fight a bear, no, definitely not. Depends what type of bears as well. You seen those Kodiak bears, mate? They're bloody massive. You will be the fantasy king. Okay, there's the FPL league there, guys, in the chat, so you can check that out. Go and join it. It's not too late. I mean, obviously, you've missed the first week if you haven't set up your team or whatever, but, you know, you can get yourself in there raw and, you know, get involved, obviously, very, very soon. And, you know, it might be able to make up a week. It's not the end of the world. So get yourself involved if you are new to the FPL. You can get yourself involved by clicking that link. That will auto join you to my fantasy.premierleague.com league. By the way, I'm going to put the watch along link in the live chat here, peeps. So we're doing a watch along tomorrow. We're going to start about 4:15 p.m, about 15 minutes before kickoff. That will be for the Chelsea versus Liverpool game. So, you know, check it out, everyone. Click the link at the top of the live chat at the end of this stream and go over there and give us a like on it. That will help us out big time. Smash a like on that watch along at the end of the show. That'll be much appreciated. There it is there. I've pinned it to the top of the live chat. There is the link to the watch along. So go over there and come and join us for the game tomorrow. Glad he's just eating it. Exactly, first class here. A little bit suspect there from Roddy Can't Game. Because he's a horse, says Roddy Can't Game. Right, okay. He goes clop, clop, clop. Right, okay, fair enough then. Yeah, well, maybe eating sugar lumps would have been good as well, you know. Cocaine bear, polar bear, apex predator. 180 likes, guys. Keep smashing the thumbs ups. Help us get to 200 likes. Let's have a little late night bacon brigade like spike. Hit the likes if you haven't done so. Keep them coming. Help us get to 200. The Hoop Man, thank you, bro. Chloe says, ask any Aussie koalas can be mental. Yeah, no, koalas can be mental, can they? They're cute, though. But yeah, I bet they are a bit mean sometimes, but they're so cute, though. I'd rather fight a koala bear to the death than like a Kodiak bear, to be fair. You're changing your profile, guys, says Boomy. Nobody cares, lad. Don't want to deal with Benfica, says Rashat. Koala bear's slow as well. Yeah, I reckon I could just punt a koala bear like 10 feet in the air. You know what I mean? If a koala bear comes at me, I'm kicking it right in the schnoz. And that's taking that sucker out. I'm almost convinced. I know they got claws and they can bite you and stuff, but I just punt it right in the face, mate. You know, it's not going to stand a chance. Come on. It's a little koala bear. I'd rather give it a cuddle anyway. Can make Klopp eat sugar or beans, whatever, says Ruddy Can't Game. Okay, nice one. Somebody's got access to an AI app. We all do, Ruddy. It's nothing new, mate. Well, your wife wants to know what your real name is. Okay, my real name is Handsome. Handsome's my first name, and Large Schlong is my second name. So my full name's Handsome Large Schlong. No, I'm joking. My name's actually Joe. 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 Just Joe. Just your average Joe. Just your average Joe blogs. My name's Joe. Get in there, hug you to death. Well, we also cover other games on here, Clint Morris. If you don't like it, fuck off, bud. You know what I'm saying? We cover the big games, the games that impact Manchester United, bud. That's what we do. And we also, I'm watching the game anyway. So if I'm watching the game, I might as well do a stream and hang out with the Bacon Brigade lad. But if you don't like it, Clint, you know what you could do? You could piss off back to the Wild West, my son, with a name like Clint, lad. Yeah? Go ahead, punk. Make my day. Yeah? That's right. Get in there, Gregory. Hey, nice one, John. Nice one, John. Right, anyway, thank you, guys. Now, you know, we're going to be watching the game because I'm watching the game. We're doing a watch-along because I'm watching the game. It's as simple as that. Any games that I watch, I will be doing a watch-along for, basically. If I'm not watching it, then I'm not going to be doing a watch-along for it. It pretty much works like that. You're the better Joe, though, says the Cake Cadet. You're probably not. You're probably a Joseph. You're probably a bloody Joseph on your birth certificate, mate. Yeah, like Samoa Joe. Exactly. There you go. Exactly. We do it a few times a year. Yeah, we only watch like the major games, the ones of the top sides that impact Manchester United, generally speaking. Yeah, they're nutty, those Kodiak bears, aren't they? I'm in charge, Aaron, absolutely. Piggy does what he wants. If you don't like it, you can get gone. Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, we do, Simon. We have home advantage, but Wolves will always be our bogey side. Fair point. I'm thinking we'll batter them, though. I'm going for a 3-0 opening day of the season. Get your predictions in. We will do a proper game preview. Almost said someone else then, didn't I? We'll do a proper game preview tomorrow. Tomorrow night, though, for the Wolves game on Monday. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Can't I, Joe? 4-0, 3-1, 3-0. Get in there, my son. Chelsea, Liverpool prediction. Nobody cares about that, booby lad. Polar's phenomenal. Predator. Yeah, they're pretty good, mate. Polar bears, they're scary. Wolves get a good slapping 3-1. 2-0 to United, says Oliver. 4-0, says Duncan. 5-0, says Tommy Boyle. 2-1, says Duke of Rodtown. 2-0, says Mohammed. Polar Bears are the best. Polar Bears are pretty badass, to be fair. 10-0, says DJ Superfly Guy, getting there, my son. James has no idea. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting game. I'm just looking forward to seeing Manchester United back. Hopefully we can drum up a whole bunch of goals against them and put in a really, really great performance. Come on, United. Let's smash those Wolverhampton blunderers raw, baby. Oh, yes. Okay then, peeps. Well, that's basically the latest news of the night. It is Saturday night. It is getting late. It's 11:30 at this moment in time. Pandas are badass, aren't they, AML? Yeah, they're awesome, mate. So we're going to wrap this stream up here tonight, but it's been an absolute pleasure. I want to say thank you to every single one of you legends for getting in tonight's show. You can come back afterwards and get your thoughts and opinions about anything that we've discussed in this video. Come back and have your say. We want to hear from you. Also, check out the website, flyingpigunited.com, for your latest news. Check out the social media channels, Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch and Kick. All the links are in the description down below, so get yourself involved by subscribing and following on all those places. Thank you, the Hoop Man. He says, see you later, Pig. Quality stream. Oh shit, we've got a super chat from Connor Geraghty though at the end here. Thank you, Connor. Get in there, you legend. Come on, get some mad love in the live chat there for Connor Geraghty. Thank you, bro. He says, Flying Pig, what's the chances we get to replace Fred with a decent player? We need another midfield player. Connor, I'm going to say the outlook on that one is pretty good, mate, because we have been linked with Sofyan Amrabat, who seems like a much better player, to be fair. Technically speaking, very good player. 26 in his prime, coming to the better years of his career. Obtainable for not a huge amount of money. By all accounts, he could be had for about 30 million euros. It's expected that once Fred's actually fit, obviously Fred has been sold now, but once Fred's gone and maybe one other player in the midfield there, potentially getting rid of McTominay or Donny van der Beek, it's thought that we will go and get Sofyan Amrabat. We might well do it very soon now anyway. So that is the understanding. I guess it could not materialise, but apparently he wants to come. He's agreed to join Manchester United and Ten Hag's interested in him. So we're looking at him. We're also looking at somebody like Amadou Onana and maybe Kefran Turum as well. So there's a couple of different players we're looking at. So I'd say it's a good chance. I do think we will bring in a midfielder, Connor. Don't worry too much at the moment. I'm pretty sure with Fred going and maybe one other player going in that midfield area, we will bring somebody in. Get in there, you beauty. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much to Connor Geraghty. Get some love in there for Connor. Yes, come back afterwards, Connor. Let me know who you would like to see signed in the midfield area this summer. Let us know. But for me, it is still Sofyan Amrabat. Thank you, Kate Cadet. Thank you very much for watching and getting involved with your bants, lad. Thank you, Ruddy Can't Game, Duke of Rodtown, Vincent Bullock, DJ Superfly, Enigma Owl, AML. Let's go, you legends. Thank you, all of you, for getting in here. I really do appreciate it. Boomy, Elliot, Adrian, Rajat, come on. The Hoop Man, Oliver Nove as well. Aaron, Dead Revel, Adrian Feeney, Simon, Rajat. All the moderators, all the members, all the mods like Vuti and Hoop Man and Rushmano and Ruddy and everybody, Jonathan Gallagher. Thank you so much for getting in, guys. All the members in green like Vincent Bullock, Simon Almeida, Gregory, T-Mill, Gattuso, Madhouse. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And everybody who's got in the chat, John Vallandigham, you have a wonderful evening, my friend. Jonathan Gallagher, Rajat, Connor, Simon, Aaron, all the legends of the channel. Thank you so much. Great community vibe around here as always. Lovely chat. Please do smash that like button on your way out. Make sure you leave a like before you go. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. And also, go over to this watch along, guys. At the end of this stream, please do us a massive honour and a massive favour. Click that link, smash a like on the watch along. We're doing a watch along for the game tomorrow, Chelsea versus the Liver Scummers. So go over there and smash the likes, guys. That will help us out and boost us up there on the old algae rhythm. So please do that. Nice one. Hey, get in there, oh busy. See you later on, son. And Nicholas as well. Hoopman, Simon, all the legends of the channel. That's it from me. Have a wonderful night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Aaron, much love to you as well, bro. All the mods, all the members, much love. See you later on, guys. See you for the Liver Scummers, Chelsea Scummers game tomorrow. And we will, of course, be doing a preview tomorrow night for the Man United game and covering all the latest big transfer news and goings on at the club tomorrow too. So keep yourself with your eyes peeled. And then we'll be back on Monday watching the mighty Manchester United smash up those Wolverhampton blunderers. Come on! See you later on. Hey, Sub2, how you doing, you legend? Good to see you as well, you beauty. Get in there from down under, bro. Great to see you, my friend. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. We're just wrapping up the stream, but good to see you, mate. Come on. Get in there, you beauty. Good night, everybody. That's it from me. Once again, thank you to all the super chatters, people like Connor Geraghty, all the gifters, and everybody who's got their thoughts and opinions in here. Much love. Piggy loves you. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, as this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.